Have you heard the story of the pottery class? There's a teacher and he's got two classes that he teaches. And one class, he says, the only assignment for this whole semester is that you come back with a perfect clay pot. That's the assignment. The other class, he says, your objective is to make the most total quantity of clay pots, and you'll be measured by how many pots you make. And at the end of the quarter, the pots that came from the team that had to just make sheer volume, not only did they make more pots, but the quality of all of their pots was better compared to the teams that only had to make one. And it just underlines the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life, which is that volume negates luck. Is that you can try to be lucky and pick the one perfect thing and try and make it. But if you don't want to try and be lucky, you can just do so much fucking work that you will brute force your way to figuring it out.
Where would you be in your life right now if all the plans you ever made for yourself in the past you had executed on? No matter where you are, no matter how old you are, stop and think right now. If I had executed on the plans I made in the past 100% with 100% effectiveness, where would I be currently? And think about that.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great.
The biggest advice I could give you right now, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
There's 1,000 people trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. And after 3 years, that 1,000 goes down to 100 because everybody quits. Okay. And now you're competing against 100. And then 3 more years go by. And out of that 100, there's 20. Okay. So now 6 years in, out of 1,000 people, there's only 20 left. And then 3 more years out of that 20, there's 10. This is how it works. It's persistence. It's fortitude. It's grit. It's persevering the hard times. It's pushing through the times when everybody else quits. It's pushing through those times that produce the greatness that everybody searches to have. And then when you become great at that craft and everybody else has quit, you feel super fulfilled because you're confident. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it for 12 years and everybody else quit. And then you're way ahead of the 1,000 people who are starting this year, the same path you're on. So those people are easy money for you. You just beat their asses. This is how the game works.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you could go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen, no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what.
Just keep stacking days. Mm-hmm. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. My coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard. Right? He said, reps remove doubt.
You know you could be the winner if you really wanted to, right? But the problem is you keep playing that what if game. What if it don't work? What if I fail? Nah, flip it. What if it does work? And what if you win? Then what? You're going to be sitting there happy, right? You say you want to win, but then you're scared to lose. What sense does that even make? Look, you can't talk about wanting to win and then be scared of the risk. That's not how this works. If you lock in, keep your head down and stay focused on the vision, how could you not win? The only thing that's going to make you lose is your own mindset, and that's all on you. Your biggest enemy ain't out there, it's in your head. So if you want to win, you got to get out of your own way. And here's the truth. Every time you doubt yourself, you're slowing down your own progress. You either believe in yourself or you don't. There's no in between. If you keep second guessing everything, you're already losing. But when you stop playing scared and start moving like you're built for this, you'll see everything change. So stop thinking about what could go wrong and start focusing on what's going to go right.
The greatest version of you demands that you are extreme. There's going to be plenty of times where you don't feel like waking up, but you do it anyway. You don't feel like getting your workout in, but you do it anyway. You don't feel like drinking your 30 ounces of water, but you do it anyway. You don't feel like eating clean, but you do it anyway, because that is what greatness demands of us.
The next year is going to go by whether you're doing something about your life or not.
Write down what you're trying to get done. Write down what you need to get done on a long-term basis and what you need to get done on a short-term basis. And write off a checklist. Force yourself. Be accountable.
The difference between a dream and a goal is a timeline and accountability. Because, I mean, just sitting around dreaming someday, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week.
But sometimes you have to go beyond what you're feeling. Okay, this hurts, that hurts. We can just sit down and do nothing. Or we can see how far we can push the human body.
When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, get up. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, get up.
You want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep going.
When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, it's what we do now.
All your excuses are lies. Tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do.
Because the only easy day was yesterday. It's gone. Tomorrow, we don't have any idea if it's going to show up. You got one day down here, man. You wake up, you give it everything you got. Everything you got. Everything you're going to need for your day is probably around you. The further you go away from it, the further you're going away from your day. And don't try to carry one of them suckers. They're too heavy. Let the day carry you. And whatever you run into, man, run into it and give it all you got. Good, bad, or indifferent.
If you're not in shape, but you still go to the gym, that's a win. If you're not rich, but you're working towards it, that's a win. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try.
When you look back on it, you'll find that your whole life is a series of remarkable coincidences that initially look like difficulties or setbacks, but in retrospect, they contained within them valuable lessons that you needed to learn in order to achieve the goals that you've achieved.
The first million is hard, but the second million is inevitable. It's not becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world.
But what is necessary is you have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. And we don't do that. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better, and break down situations very quickly within some trauma in your life, some devastation in your life, because it's going to come.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood. Be the guy who thrives in that.
Everyone is jealous of what you've got. No one is jealous of how you got it. People see the trophies, but not the training ground.
Everybody wants the view, but no one wants the climb.
Successful people see opportunity in every failure. Normal people see failure in every opportunity. Both are right. Only one gets rich.
The fish don't just jump in the boat. If you want to go catch them, go catch them. You know, throw that line in the water and go do some work. And if it doesn't work that day, do it again the next day. So you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen. Hey, Vic, your life just happened in front of you. Just show up today and make it happen with Tom. No, you had to do a lot of shit today to get to this day that no one really knows except you. So that's why you appreciate it. You know, don't fucking wait around and wait for someone to hand deliver something. Go make it happen.
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline. You ain't nobody. Right. You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up on the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. And if you can do that, you could be successful in anything.
If you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year. And if you win enough years, you win the life. And it's that simple. All right? There's no magic outside of that.
Like, people hate working out. You're only going to visit working out maybe an hour a day. 23 other hours of the day, you're not in it. But how you become in shape is you must visit suffering, visit working out 1 hour a day. Visit suffering 1 hour a day. Visit your past failures 1 hour a day. The relationship with it is the answers are in there.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change, but everything that you want is on the other side of hard.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can.
I never looked at things as problems. I look at them as opportunities. Maybe that's something I can say. You know, someone, but she did this, and I was, well, what an opportunity you have. Yeah, well, the world, you know, because they said this and CNN said that. Yeah, well, what an opportunity you have to make a difference, because you never know who's watching.
It doesn't matter what you just did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. The count now is 0. And that's what happens when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter how far you ran yesterday. It doesn't matter the workout you did yesterday. It doesn't matter you got on the jiu-jitsu mats yesterday. It doesn't matter you got a promotion yesterday. You wake up today, the count is 0. And that means it's go time.
There's only one thing a friend of mine years ago taught me when I was coming up and I was deciding if I was going to do this, if I was going to pursue this life. And he's an Indian friend of mine. And he said, Ab nahi to kab. I think that means if not now, then when. So whatever you want to do, ab nahi to kab.
Well, I think if you want the future to be good, you must make it so. Take action to make it good. And it will be.
Whatever you want in life, you're going to have to sacrifice something. If you want a lot, you're going to sacrifice a lot. It's not you sacrifice a little and you get a lot. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. Life is pretty much consistent. And football has no feelings or emotions for you. So what you put in, normally you get out.
It's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
The lack of commitment is almost an insult to the people who believe in you. This is what I'm telling myself right now, today. There's people that believe in me, and me having this half commitment, it's not what the fuck I am. It's not what my people, it's not what the people who believe in me deserve. And I want to, you know what? I want to give back to the people who believe in me and give them that belief, you know, and prove that belief correct. So that's where we're at now, and let's see where it goes.
And you're going to fail. 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 And then you're going to win.
To succeed, you must fail. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there.
Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
There is no fucking life hack. To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it. And do it. And do it. And do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna fucking suck.
Go out there and fail. Go out there and fail miserably. Drop the weight on the ground, toss the weight, but achieve failure. Achieve failure. If you can do that, you can also win. If you can fail, you can also win. And all winners have failed.
You got to pay a price for winning, but most people aren't willing to pay it. They may pay it once, but literally you got to pay it every single day. And the crazy part about that is the price changes daily, and you got to be willing to pay that price, whatever it is on that day.
The truth is, whatever game you play in life, sometimes you're going to lose. And it's natural when you're down to doubt yourself and to feel sorry for yourself. But negative energy is wasted energy. You want to become a master at overcoming hard moments. That is, to me, the sign of a champion. The best in the world are not the best because they win every point. It's because they know they'll lose again and again and have learned how to deal with it.
It's so easy to be great nowadays because most people are weak. This is a softened generation. So if you have any mental toughness, any ability, you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it, but still do it. People have a hard thing understand. I hate to run. And what makes me so crazy, it doesn't anymore, people go, why do you run if you hate it? What are you talking about? That's life, man. And it wasn't until I changed that mentality that I became somebody.
There's a quote that says, when it rains,
look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. It's all in the power of the mind. It's all in your perspective.
We live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. I mean, our whole life is set up that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. So I realized for me to find growth, I had to face all of these different things that made me very, very uncomfortable. One thing I faced was running. I absolutely hated running, but I knew for me to grow, I had to do this thing every single day. I wanted to start callousing my mind. I wanted to start becoming a better person. And how you become a better person, how you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did. Along the way, you're going to lose all your fucking friends. You're going to struggle. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be multiple fucking days where you don't think that you're going to make it. And those days sometimes last for months. Nobody's going to relate to you. No one's going to understand why you're doing it. Everybody's going to question it. They might laugh at you now. Everybody laughed at me back in the day. Fucking everybody. Guess who's laughing now? Not them, motherfucker. Me.
Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you going to do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one was going to miracle me to be somebody special. Everybody that called me nigger, my dad, my mom, all my situations were on me now. And solely on me. It was on me. And that's what you have to realize. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay.
Don't aim for mediocre. 99% of people in the world are convinced that they're incapable of achieving great things, so they aim for the mediocre. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think. And a lack of confidence killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever did.
When you feel that pressure inside of you and it's very heavy, you're motivated, you feel it. I've got to get up in the morning. I've got to do this. I've got to accomplish this. When that pressure goes away and you don't feel any pressure in your life, you can do anything and there's no consequences for it. You'll just waste time. You'll waste years. You'll waste months. You'll never accomplish anything. You give somebody a deadline, right? They'll accomplish in 2 months what it would take somebody 2 years to do without a deadline. It's that necessity. It's that sense of there's a sword at my back. I've got to get it done. It makes you get things done. It gives you the energy. It's get rich or die trying, to quote somebody.
Someone I really respect said this. There are basically two kinds of people in life. They're winners and they're losers. And the definition is this. Losers take things that happen to them and that they feel inside that suck, and they wallow, and they use it for self or outward destruction. Winners take whatever they feel it, it sucks, and they transmute it into things that are good for themselves and for the world. Period.
I like this quote, which you said, "Those who want to lead the orchestra must be willing to turn their back on the crowd." What do you mean by that?
You have to be okay with being misunderstood. Mm-hmm. You have to be okay with being rejected. You have to be okay with not thinking like the 99%. If you want to lead, you have to lead from a place of confidence. And the worst thing you want to be is be a follower that follows followers. It's the worst thing that you can be. A sheep that follows sheep.
It was isolation. It was visualization. It was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life. You know what I mean? To get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team, and and you're focused and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game.
The most successful people live urgently. The most successful people are impatient. The most successful people have high expectations of themselves and of the people around them. The most successful people seem unrealistic and unreasonable in their expectations. And the most successful people are competitive. This is how it is. Society tells you that you shouldn't be in a hurry. Society tells you that, look, don't set your expectations too high because you'll be disappointed when you can't achieve those expectations. Society tells you that you should be more realistic, be more reasonable with your goals. See, to you, all those things that are actual traits of successful people, you've been conditioned to think that these are traits of people who are cutthroat and harsh, but they're not.
Grab your fucking nuts. For once in your life, have some ownership, some credibility behind your actions and your words. Mean what you say, do what you say. Follow through for something for one time in your life. One time, follow through on what you say. You will feel a high that you've never felt before. When you follow through on things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible.
We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. You got to keep working. Your time's going to come. Trust me.
You just got to grind. Just keep working. You're not getting what you want, keep working. You are getting what you want, keep working. Always keep going.
I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Finish what you started. Okay? I know it's getting tough. You're tired. It feels impossible. It's getting harder. But finish what you started. Don't forget why you even started in the first place. But you must finish what you started. Everybody said you wouldn't finish. Everybody counted you out. Don't you dare prove them right. Don't give up on yourself. You can do it. Tomorrow, baby, have yourself a good day.
I promise you, if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you never give up and you do not listen to the rejection, you can achieve anything that life throws your way.
It is really about the journey. Yeah. It's just hard when you're not where you want to be in life. If you're listening to this and you're just not satisfied with your position in life, it's hard to think that way. All you want is that thing, but you gotta somewhere along the line figure out how to enjoy yourself. Somewhere along the line, figure out how to just go as hard as you can, but also enjoy it. Try to enjoy it, because that changes the whole tone of the experience. And I think that makes you more successful. I really do, because I think you have more energy, you have more focus, and you collect better energy around you from other people. They feel your energy. They're inspired by the way you live your life and how you treat people and what you do and how you do things. And they want to do a similar thing. They want to do something that makes them feel that way. And they want other people to feel that way as well. And it's got the butterfly effect. It just goes through all the people that are around you.
We really don't give ourselves enough credit. We work so hard to get to where we are, only to feel like we're not there yet. This is a vicious cycle that can make you chase the next moment instead of embracing how far you've come. Take credit for trying. Take credit for your progress. The little things matter. We always think that success means the final result or sudden leap from where you are to where you want to be. The baby steps, the small accomplishments, and the days when you want to give up can be difficult. But the fact that you try a little harder is what counts. This is a sign for you, a sign to not give up on yourself and a sign of hope. Give yourself credit. You are trying and you are a work in progress. We all die in the end. Why are we so preoccupied by how we look, how our lives look? If you have expectations, then you will always be chasing something that doesn't satisfy you the way you think it will.
You did good today. Really good. You might not see it. You might think it was just another day, but it wasn't. Every step you took today was a step forward, no matter how small. You faced challenges, you overcame obstacles, and you kept moving. Remember, every effort counts. Every bit of progress matters. You're building a better tomorrow with every action you take today. the struggles you faced, they're just stepping stones leading you to greater heights. You're stronger than you realize, more capable than you give yourself credit for. Be proud of yourself. You're doing the work, making things happen. Your journey is unique, and every twist and turn is shaping you into the incredible person you are meant to be. Sleep well, knowing that you are on the right path.
But look at you. Look how far you've come. You faced your trauma, and you came out on the other side. I am so proud of you. You survived, baby. You're a survivor. You can do anything you put your mind to.
I promise you, if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you never give up and you do not listen to the rejection, you can achieve anything that life throws your way.
You can do anything that you want to do. Anybody that says otherwise don't have your best intentions at heart. They want you to fail. They don't want you to break out. They want you to stay right where you're at, right where they like you to be at. The only limiter that you have is you.